download it all, and then she'll tell you what to do. Okay. All right.
There's no room in here. Because Rob doesn't have a chair.
Yeah, just pull it over here, put this right beside this thing, that way he can sit right there, okay? And then, so 1, 2, 3, that's the way they're sitting, okay?
Gotcha.
And if they ask any questions,
Yep.
and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, okay? Perfect.
Yep.
And there is one chairs back there in the back right now. Just double check that everyone is okay.
Okay.
So tell them that, skip the verses and.
Empty. Do we pull a program off it? Wow, man. Do we pull a program?
Yes.
If they're not. There's a script with it too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe should I start recommending that?
Do we have any kids yet to do programs? That's up to you.
Yeah, sure. But can we put it back next up?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna take mine. I'm gonna take this.
You can start there. So,
Yeah, okay.
okay,
Yeah.
and they have PM right on the top of the paper, and then these papers that say PM.
Okay.
And then there'll be like a section of these minutes, and that's the percentage at the beginning page.
Okay. I should.
Like one copy of it, it would probably be 5 pages or something.
Okay.
Thanks. I just kind of missed so much.
Should I have it up? Or probably about 9 o'clock. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
We're gonna let you in just a few minutes, okay? All right, yeah.
Yeah. 2 minutes in the front. He's kind of rotating. Don't you think it needs to be pulled out? No. But I kind of wondered about that. I don't know. It can't be. What if we just pull the corners? Yeah.
And put up a sign, use other door.
We're gonna have kids stand up when they get here.
You can get out, you can't get in.
We don't have kids standing in that program. You look yellow and blue with the
Yes,
same image.
yeah.
You just want me out there.
No, you're okay there, yeah.
You're working, remember? You brought me in this door. Yeah, that's fine. I'm surprised.
That's better, Wendy, thank you.
Better?
Thank you so much, thank you.
Okay, this is mine. Yeah. Yeah, can you find someone with a wheelchair?
Other speaker.
Your speaker.
And I just think they need another chairs. One of them could handle cheat sheets and one was just one and the books and one, but now they're bigger. Jim, scratchy.
So you do need a nice chair in the
No,
middle.
Kate.
She has one at one,
So,
but I took that one off.
yes.
So where do you want Jody in the back? Or?
She's written in the number 5 because she's me and it's after the introduction.
Oh, and I need to put this on back on this. Okay, that's all right. That's better be. Can't catch it now, then just to go around.
Yeah, there you go. We need somebody else.
No, it's locked. Yes. Right. Yeah, you should. Right, then he goes, I think I'm right for you. That's right now. Your part. I'll make a million, right?
I'll just stand here and watch.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
What's your assets? I do. I'm good. No, you can't watch videos. Or you have to turn it off when it starts. Yeah, I also find out about I know like I used to know like
Thank you. Thank you. You got it. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome. My name is Mario Fontanazza. I'm the director here at the Venango Technology Center. Could I please have you stand and join the seniors as we do the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'd first like to introduce Mr. David Graham. He's our Joint Operating Committee President, who comes to us from the Franklin Area School District. Mr. Graham. I'd also like to thank everyone for joining us here today to celebrate the accomplishments of the Venango Technology Center's class of 2016. We're happy to see so many parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, friends, and sending school representatives of our successful seniors who will receive their certificates today. I'd also like to be the first person to congratulate all you seniors. It is truly amazing how fast the last 3 years have gone by, especially when you're doing something that you have an interest and a passion for. I'm sure many of you have memories of the good times you spent in this building, and now you sit here for the final time as a Venango Technology Center student. This year's speaker is Dr. Joseph Carrico. He's a retired superintendent from the Oil City Area School District. His undergraduate degree was accomplished at Clarion University. Joe went on to graduate school at Westminster College and completed his doctorate at the University of Pittsburgh. Dr. Carrico has served in local schools in an administrative capacity for a total of 26 years. He started his career at Abraxas in 1990 as a teacher, coach, education supervisor, and the director of education from 1990 to 1996. Joe then took a position at Rocky Grove High School as the dean of students and assistant principal from 96 to 98. Dr. Carrico was the principal at West Forest High School from 98 to 2006. Then he was offered the superintendent of Oil City High School in 2006 and retired from that position in 2014. Dr. Carrico then, instead of staying retired, accepted a position at Pathways as the executive director and still serves in that capacity today. He lives in Oil City with his wife Debbie, son Malachi, who's a first grade student at Hassan Elementary School. Carricos are also the parents of a daughter Ashley, who's a teacher at Mill Creek, and a son Corey, his wife Lauren, 2 grandsons, Conan and Deacon, and his son is a major in the gang unit for the Federal Corrections in Oklahoma. Would you please join me in welcoming Dr. Joe Carrico.
Thank you, everybody. The reason I didn't stay retired was the first line. Joe and his wife have a son, Malachi, in first grade. While I'm doing this, I would like to, for 1 second, And I usually shouldn't do this, and this person will be probably upset because of how he is. Mr. Clark in the back, as I see all my friends back here. I know Jeff there's been some stuff in the paper about his tenure might be coming to an end. And I see two people back there that may have remembered back in the 90s, possibly Dr. Weller, I believe was a teacher back in that time, and Mr. Gavin was, I believe, a Cranberry at that time. And the reason I bring this up is because I worked with Jeff back then, and Valley Grove had gone through some significant turmoil and was pretty volatile, a lot of change in leadership. Didn't have a pretty solid reputation back then. That tends to get lost in time, and I think it's important for me at least to let you folks know that Jeff Clark took that job and has done an absolute tremendous job in his tenure as superintendent. So that school district, what it is today, goes to Jeff and the team he's put together. I see some of his folks back there. But congratulations, Jeff. I just want to take a second for that. Now, Mario told me we had 45 minutes for speaking today, so he used 4 minutes. That gives me 41. Okay, I'll do better than that, I promise. So, and I do want to thank, on a serious note, I want to thank Mario and the board for allowing me to come and talk today. And I looked over some of the past speakers, and I was trying to figure out how I got this honor. And I mean, there's some legends that have gone through this place. I mean, leaders in the industry in our region, judge. I mean, there's all kind of school people that, personnel, graduates that have come in here and had this talk. So I think my purpose today, especially for you folks in the front here, is to let you know that I spend a lot of my time working with you folks, getting you ready for this moment, right? And then very quickly, in the next few days, weeks, months, and years, the roles are going to flip. And I'm going to become deeply reliant on you for me, right? You guys have had to count on all these people and all those folks in the back to kind of help you get to where you are today, right? But as you go on to be adults and leaders in our community, we are going to rely on you. And I think that's my role today, is to try to impart that on you as much as I can of how important you are and how important you're going to become in this world. So that's kind of my role today, okay? So as we talk, it's going to be short, just so you know, and I can talk fast and I use my hands a lot, so stick with me. I'm going to slide again. I'm only going to talk about 3 things today. And I think it's really to focus on the journey of how you got here today, right? And how hard you've worked and the support network you've had. And the first group I want to discuss today has been in schools, okay? And I think it's important to understand, and most of you guys don't do this, as you shouldn't have to worry about it, but the adults in the room do. And if you haven't noticed, a lot of the schools, and local schools are no different. We're under duress, a lot of pressure and strain over 2 things. It's usually finances and academics. Right? How well the kids do academically, and then how much money do we spend, and that gets scrutinized daily. So I think it's important for you folks to understand, when the school district sends you here, right, they pay a cost, there's a fee for you to go here. So for each one of you people sitting here today, the school district's paid an average of about $5,600 per year for you to be here. So if you're a 3-year student, how many 3-year students do I have here? Okay, your school districts have paid $16,926.26 for you to go to school here, for you to earn your certifications and your degrees, right? So it's a pretty heavy commitment. The second thing I want you to understand, and you folks have all gone through this, is that you have to apply to get in here, right? Like you got to take the tours, you got to talk to your family and friends. It's a big decision. Now the school districts, what that's designed to do is to send the best and the brightest here, right? We want the smartest kids in these programs, right? So it's important to understand that. I mean, districts, not only do they pay money, but they also have to do adjustments at the home school to make sure you get your academic stuff, to make sure that your transportation, like all these things have to go into you coming here. Now, with those 2 things in mind, you would think that we would try to control that, right? You'd think that it would be, well, let's not send kids, right? Because it's going to cost us money, it's going to cost us effort, it's going to cost us some of our best students, right? So I use this as an example. The maximum quota for the Venango Technology Center is 600 students. That's how many kiddos we can have here in a year, right? I don't know if you even knew that. 2011 and 12, we were at 99% capacity here, right? Well into the 590s. 2012 and 13, 90% capacity. 13, 14 was 96% capacity. 14, 15 was 93%. And then this year was 94%. So with those two things in mind, understand the schools have made a significant contribution and commitment to you being here. And it's certainly paying off. And we'll talk about that in a second. I also want to talk about your VTC staff, because a lot of times we look at them as here and not as a part of the public school system, which is what they are. Your faculty and your staff behind you, these are college accredited individuals. And not only do they have to have college degrees, they also have to have significant time in the business world. So whatever it is that they're teaching you, they have to know what that is, right? It's not learn a book and you're coming out and trying to teach you. They have to know what they're teaching you, right? And then they have to be highly qualified. They have to meet a lot of benchmarks and criteria to work here. So the best measuring stick I could find research-wise to make this point to you folks is with all your hearts, and you want to do it again, the Nockies, right? That's a great test. Everybody loves that pressure, right? And intensity, and the teachers busting your chops about it, and all these things that go into the Nockie exam. So for the folks out there that aren't totally familiar with the Nockie exam, it's a nationalized norm standards measurement tool. So in other words, we measure these kiddos against everybody else in America and how they do in their programs. Does that make sense? So when you boil it down, that's about what it is. So we're measuring this young man, not against that young man. We're measuring him against the kid from California and the kid from Oklahoma and the kid from Texas and the kid from New Jersey. So it's a pretty intense program. So here's how well you guys do and how well your faculty do. In 2011, 87% of these young people were proficient or advanced. That's pretty impressive. 2012, 95% were proficient or advanced. 13, 90%. 14, 94%. And in 2015, 91% of these young people were proficient or advanced in the nationally informed test. That's impressive. So I tip my hat to you and to your faculty for the great job you've done. Second group, remember since we 3, so 1, 2, is your parents and your guardians. Okay? They're the ones that have supported you and provided you a network for you to be where you are today. Always remember that, because at some point in time in your life, you're going to pay that forward. The most valuable possession any of us own is unconditional love and support. And I mean that as a 50-year-old guy who's lived 52 years on this earth. The most valuable thing you own is unconditional love and support. And you pay that forward. Right? Okay. And remember, you guys didn't just wake up today and put on these robes. It's been people behind you that had the unenviable task of pushing and prodding you to make you more and to make you work harder. That's what tough love is, and it didn't just happen a couple of years ago. They have been a part of your development for most of your life. A lifetime, this is for moms out there, a lifetime of hugs and kisses, tough discipline, setting boundaries, dealing with Band-Aids and the booger man, and always asking more of your kids results in them being here today. And for the dads, just so you know, it never stops. Understand, every time one of my kids left, I had daydreams of a man cave, and somehow that turned into an efficiency department behind my back with my wife, trying to force our kids into staying forever. So there's always that balance, guys. Understand, keep an eye on the checkbook, because if you blink, it's no big television, it's like an efficiency bag with a little refrigerator. So, and I joke because I love my kids unconditionally. But to you guys, that's what you do. That's what we do. It's forever that boundary setting and showing your kids what it is to be good role models and good parents. And that doesn't come easy. And that's not an easy job to do in your roles. And a lot of you are in non-traditional roles, as I am. I'm a stepdad and a dad. I'm the father of an adopted child. So the roles, my job as a dad never really changed in all those roles, right? It's a core purpose of what we do. So to you guys out there, understand that, and I did mean that seriously. It never stops. Like, you're going to get calls when these kids are 40 years old saying, what should I do? And your job is to pay that forward, right? But it all does balance out in the end. And your job as parents, guardians, providers, grandparents is pass along to these folks so that they can pay it forward. As your network grows bigger, it's a direct reflection of you folks and these guys, right, as they grow up and carry your legacy forward. And that's a wonderful legacy to have. Like, that truly is your mark in this world, is that your kids go 5 steps further than you ever thought you could go. So that's what we try to do as parents. So always remember that in the next few days and weeks, as you look at the parents and your loved ones and the people that have helped you, how vitally important that is. So the last group, and today the most important group, are you folks. Sit here, right? For the most part, you all have to make a life decision about 14 or 15 years old. We all started this process in what grade, you guys? 9th grade, remember? That's when you did the tours. Remember, that's when you had the applications and you started school here. A lot of people forget that. You started school as a sophomore, but you really started this process spring of your freshman year. Remember, you had to come down and do tours, you had to fill out the applications, you had to do all this stuff to really say for the next 40 or 50 years of my life, this is my identity, this is what I'm going to be, this is what I'm going to do. And understand, you did that at a time when most of your friends couldn't remember the clothes they wore yesterday. And the biggest decision was, what am I going to do Friday night? How am I going to get to the ball game, right? And you folks are making these significant decisions in your life. So I think that's a testament to who you are. You chose to ride bicycles for extra time. You removed yourselves from your school and your friends, right? Because at that time, from kindergarten through 9th grade, you were all a big cluster of humanity, right, all hanging out together, and then you made that decision to separate yourself from that. You chose to go to school with people not from your neighborhood or not your comfort zone, and you had to strike out and make friendships and develop bonds with extra faculty that you didn't really know, and with kids, other young people from other communities and school districts. And the biggest piece was you had to really push yourself to accelerate your own social growth and your well-being in being a responsible and productive member of our community and our society. So I don't want that lost on you guys, how big of a decision you made at 15. Like, that was a big decision you made. And it really culminates in who you are today. You've been asked to take tests like the NOCTI, right? You've had to pick up additional certifications. You've had to maintain clinical hours, correct? Like, you have to get hours to get your stuff here. You have to take keystones back to high school. Remember those wonderful things? Your senior projects. You also have to maintain a certain grade level and attendance level to be here, right? It's not as easy as what one would think, and I don't want that lost on you today. But most importantly, you learn here how to be a responsible and productive member of our workforce because of the nature of this programming that you're offering. So it's not as simple. We always joke and say, here, if you're counting to 10, and if you don't pay attention to tech, at the tech center, you're counting to 8 real quick. You know what I mean? Because it's a whole different ballgame at 15, 16, 17 years old. This is a place where you're learning how to be in the workforce. So it's significant, and you have to learn how to be on time, and you have to learn how to be respectful in the workforce, and you have to learn how to take roles and follow directions and all the stuff that goes into making you who you are today. So to finish, right, pretty quick. Your schools have made a great investment and provided you with a great education. Your family, loved ones, and friends have provided you with love, support, and guidance that you have needed to grow and learn. You folks in front of me have taken all these opportunities and experiences to mold and shape yourself, and you have embraced the challenges that have been presented to you with integrity, hard work, and a desire to own your space in this world. The very fact that you are sitting here today, I'm trying to make eye contact with everybody, the very fact that you're sitting here today on the verge of taking your rightful place in this world is a testament to who you have become and hopefully who you aspire to be. I pray those of us here today, in the back and up here, are excited and confident in our future as we pass the torch of family, social, and economic responsibility to our next generation. They are certainly on their way to earning their own legacy. To the seniors, good luck. May God bless you, keep you safe in His arms as you travel your life journey. Carpe diem.
Thank you, Dr. Carrico. Mr. Graham, is with great pleasure I present to you the Venango Technology Center's graduating class of 2016. Mr. Lindey, would you please come to the podium and introduce our teachers so that they may present their students?
Thanks, Dr. Carrico. That was very nice. That was good. I've been here for 25 years, and I won't take any more than 3 more minutes than Dr. Carrico did. Whatever. Okay. It's surely been my privilege to teach here, and what Dr. Carrico has said, we see these young students start here in 10th grade, and then as they're seniors, they're graduating, they have jobs, they have experiences that some of us haven't had yet. If you look at a student in a class, the instructor spends 1,275 hours with them. Okay, what that means? It's 53 24-hour days, or it's 160 8-hour workdays. So they really get to know the student pretty well. So collectively, if you look at this textbook between the instructors that we have here, we have over 300 years of teaching experience. Okay, that's a lot. So when they come here, we're privileged they come here, and we try our best to do that. Certainly my privilege to introduce the instructors. After they come up, they're also going to give a Faculty Association Award. This award relates to them being here for 3 years, and it's going to be honesty, trustworthiness, dependability, neatness, responsibility, fairness, grades, attendance, willingness to learn, safety, and many, many other things rolled in. So you students, when you get these awards from your teachers, you know, these are important. These are very important awards. They really know you. So without any further ado, and without taking as long as Dr. Carrico took, but he did a great job, Mrs. Angel Pritchard, would you please come up?
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to congratulate all the seniors and their families and friends who are here to see them graduate today. First, I would like to let you know what certifications the students in the Allied Health Operations class had the opportunity to obtain during the 3 years here. The American Red Cross, CPR, AED, and First Aid. Personal Care Home Direct Care Staff certification. Understanding the Ebola virus and how you can avoid it. Certified Nursing Assistant. Introduction to Behavior-Based Safety. Developing Child Curriculum. Recognizing and reporting child abuse, mandated and permissive reporting in Pennsylvania. Without further ado, Mark Baker Attenborough, CNA. Darian Lee Profit, Advanced Student of the Week. Rachel Elaine DeLong. Tiffany Ann Horning. You didn't let me finish. Student of the Week. Caitlin Marie Hughes, Advanced, CNA, Skills USA, and Student of the Week. Courtney Jane Myers, CNA. Taylor Alexis Porter, CNA. And Kenzie Diane Withers, Advanced CNA. And I have a Outstanding Student Award for the Allied Health Occupations. This particular individual, I saw the largest personal growth development over the 3 years. This person became much more focused in terms as the year went by, really dedicated herself to her grades, monitored them, looked for other learning opportunities, kind of helped the substitutes when I was absent, and even helped me with some projects on the side. So Darian Lee Profit.
Thank you, Mrs. Pritchard. Next is Auto Body Repair Technology, Mr. Darren Burns.
I'd like to congratulate the entire class of 2016. Excellent job. In auto body repair technology, my students have the opportunity to earn the following certificates: Plyo Grip, Intro to Metal Bonding and Plastic Repair, Urethane Supply, Plastic Welding and Repair, Exalta, Prepping for Refinish, Norton, Prepping for Refinish and Detailing, SP2, which is Safety and Pollution Prevention, Collision Pollution Prevention, Collision Safety, Mechanical Safety, Ethics and You in the Automotive Industry, Mechanical Pollution Prevention, and Interview Skills for Automotive Students. I'd now like to read the names of the graduates. Robert N. Allschlager, Advanced. Bowen Delp, Advanced. Samantha E. Fulmer, Advanced, Student of the Week. Stephen Edward Taylor, Advanced, Cooperative Education. Robert C. Levi. Brad A. Polachak. Austin J. Stalline, Advanced. David M. Schweitzer. For my Faculty Association Award, the following student for the last 3 years has been just about invaluable in my shop. Much the same as Mrs. Pritchard. When I wasn't there, this student helped the substitute, helped many other students along the way, has a terrific work ethic, Attendance was excellent, and I'm really, really gonna miss her. Samantha Fulmer, would you come up?
Thank you, Mr. Bird. Next is automotive technology, Mr. Kurt Crosby.
Congratulations to all the seniors. The list of certificates that the automotive technology program achieved is Pennsylvania State Inspection, SB2 Ethics and You in the Automotive Industry, SB2 Land That Job Interview Skills, the SB2 Mechanical Pollution Prevention, and SB2 Mechanical Safety. Also, Fire Extinguisher Training, the Matt Delecki Professionalism Award, and Valvoline Certificate. For the senior, Frank James Adams, advanced. Brian Grant Ames, advanced. Student Senate, National Honor Society, Cooperative Education, and State Inspection License. Gabriel Lee Drake. Wait to clap. Nicole Renee Malone, advanced. Student Senate, Skills USA, silver and bronze winner, National Technical Honor Society, and PA State Inspection License. Mackenzie Bryn Riley. Sarah Renee Williams. 25 years of teaching here, the class you just saw was probably the most well-known class I've ever had. I'm going to miss all of it. The Outstanding Student Award goes to a kid that worked hard all 3 years, was really trustworthy, great attendance, and currently is in co-op with Penton. Ryan Ames.
Thank you, Mr. Crawford. Next is building construction technology, Mr. Paul Strawbridge.
Good morning to all the seniors. Congratulations. Building construction certifications for Heart Saving AED, Heart Saver CPS for art, Heart Savers First Aid, SP2 construction, and forklift operation. Senior graduating is Curtis Craig Clark. Cameron Allen George, advanced. Jonathan Hostetler Jr., advanced, and then student senate. Ty Joseph Persing, advanced. And Ronnie Lee Truex, advanced. And the outstanding student for building construction for Jonathan Hostetler.
Thank you, Mr. Strobridge. Next is computer-aided drafting and design, Mr. Eric Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Lindey. CAD students had the option to receive certification in the OSHA 10 and fire extinguisher training. First student, Alexander Ryan Brink, student of the week, cooperative education. Krista Marie Cooter. Outstanding senior for CAD. This individual, a lot of fun to joke around with, talk sports constantly, and the interesting thing, he was a co-op student this year. He had the opportunity to make a mechanism for a bomb on a plane that would drop. Where it happened, it's all classified, he says. Alex Brink.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Next is computer information systems, Mrs. Jamie Bailey.
I'd like to congratulate all the seniors. My seniors had the opportunity to receive either CPR certification, a Test Out PC Pro certification, or a Test Out Network Pro certification. And my seniors are Horace R. Burns III, Advanced, Student of the Week, and PC Pro certified. John T. DeMarchis, Advanced, Student of the Week, Student Senate, PC Pro certified, and Network Pro certified. Cole Perrine. Hunter T. Struthers. PC Pro certified.
They're my nerds. They're my computer geeks. I love all of them, but my outstanding student, perfect attendance, always willing to help anybody at any time, always asking for extra work, John DeMartis.
Thank you, Mrs. Daly. Next is cosmetology, Mrs. Karen Strawbridge.
Congratulations, seniors. In the cosmetology class, the students had the opportunity to get the following certifications: Heart Saver AED, Heart Saver CPR, Heart Saver First Aid, SP2, Shear Tool Educational class, and also the cosmetology classes. My class is Alyssa Brianna Feltenberger, Advanced, Licensed Cosmetologist, Student of the Week, and National Technical Honor Society. Alexis Renee Gertie, Advanced, Licensed Cosmetologist, Skills USA, Student Senate. Abigail Rose Haggerty, Advanced, Licensed Cosmetologist. Brianna Faith Hollabaugh, Advanced, Licensed Cosmetologist. Megan M. McCullough. Kaisha Michelle Maitis. Caitlin Elizabeth Bryce, Advanced, Licensed Cosmetologist, Skill USA Silver Winner, National Technical Honor Society. Paige Michelle Tracy, Advanced. As always, this was a wonderful group. They were a good team. They worked well together as a team. They all were very special and had very unique talents. My student, Outstanding Student Award, and I think her fellow classmates will agree, goes to Alyssa Feltenberger.
Thank you, Mrs. Strawbridge. Next, culinary arts, Mrs. Dottie Haggerty.
I have a big class graduating this year. We all work hard every day, get everything done. My certifications in my classroom are that the students can earn fire extinguisher safety program, SP2 culinary food safety, culinary workplace safety, ethics in you in the culinary industry, and that job interview skills for the culinary field. They also do the Heart Saver AED, the Heart Saver CPR, ServSafe certification, and fruitful certification. Out of the 9 certifications, every student in my classroom has received at least 8 of them. On with my graduating class. Brittany Siapak, advance. Michaela Aiken. Girls USA competitor as well. Cody Hartle. James Heasley, advance. Melissa Hoffman. Who also is advanced in hockey. James Johnson, student of the week in Student Center. Holly Marshall, advance. Nicole Hoffman, advanced, student of the week, student senate, and Skills USA. Nicole Knoll, sorry. Patrick Schmidt, advanced. Michael Spaziana, advanced, student of the week, and National Technology Honor Society. My faculty association award goes to somebody with great attendance, always willing to help his fellow classmate, and is always there. Mike Spazian.
Thank you, Mrs. Haggerty. Next is electronic technology, Mr. Tim Lyons.
Thanks, Mr. Lindey. Welcome, seniors. My electronics students had the opportunity to get the awards of OSHA 10, soldering, and they also take their NOCTI exam. And my first student is Topanga Martzik, student of the week, student senate. Damon McBurney.
Blake McElhaney, advanced, operating education, and on the robotics team. Alex Shipton. Alex was also on our robotics team. Jeremiah Young, advanced. For my Outstanding Student Award, this is a great kid. You know, we do it kind of backwards here. We get them when they're in 10th grade, and you get the good workers and the good hard kids that work hard and are here every day and they learn their material, and then when they're a senior, then we put them out on co-op instead of keeping them around to help us. And this student here, Blake McElhaney, congratulations. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mr. Lyons. Next is oil and gas technician, Mr. Joe Halside.
Good morning. I'd like to thank and congratulate all the graduates as well as their families. Please take the time and try to remember different parts of this day because it all goes away so quick. My students had the opportunity to earn OSHA certifications, SP2 certifications, certification of training, and hazardous material first responder, as well as career safety awareness. First graduate would be Will Fitzgerald, Advanced Student Senate. Will also be leaving next month to serve our country, so we'd like to congratulate him on that. Dylan Miller. Tanner Moon, Advanced Student of the Week. Brandon Schwartz. I as well have a Faculty Association Award to give you this list that you need to go down through and check off the qualities of this individual. And I had absolutely no problem putting a check mark beside every one of them. Tanner Moon. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Halsizer. Next, Machine Tool Technology, Mr. Robert Moore.
Good morning. Before I start with my class, I want to mention a few other things. I'm also the co-advisor with Mrs. Campbell for Skills USA and Student Senate. And you hear these students and they talk about participation in Skills USA. Skills USA is a competition in their trade area. We took 21 kids to the District 10 competition, and 17 brought back medals. Of those 17, 7 of them earned gold and moved on to states. And at states, we had a silver medal and a gold medalist. So that is very impressive for this area. And so when you hear those kids being mentioned for Skills USA. Just kind of wanted to point that out, a little bit more about what that is. On to my class, machine tool technology, the students, they have the opportunity to earn forklift operator, OSHA 10 certification. Our students have the ability to earn NIM certification. NIM stands for National Institute of Metalworking Skills, and they can earn the following certifications: CNC mill, CNC lathe, surface grinding, turning, measurement material safety, job planning, and drill press. Many of my students earn several of these awards. These awards, for a student to get them, 99% is failing. They must have 100% to earn the certification. So, with no further ado, machine shop. Justin Michael Alcorn, Advanced, Student of the Week, Cooperative Education, Skills USA First Place District, Skills USA Fifth Place States. Hunter S. Auber, Advanced. Tyler M. Dieter, Advanced. Tyler M. Howard. Taylor A. Ross, Advanced, Student Senate. Troy M. Reditis, Advanced. Raymond E. Smith, Advanced. This year's Machine Tool Technology Outstanding Award, whenever I do these, I always go down through the list and see who earned what certifications, and it's usually a very difficult decision. Not that I didn't have a lot of kids do very well, but a young man who scores first at districts and fifth at state competition kind of stands out and above, and I would like to give the award to Justin Alcorn.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. Next is marketing, Mrs. Rosemary Ponti.
Okay, so everybody's got some pieces to get my award, right? Well, the students of marketing had the opportunity to receive the following certifications: career safety awareness, cyberbullying, adult, child, and infant CPR, AED essentials, first aid, forklift, and they had the opportunity to participate in cleaning competitions in the DECA organization. My student is Dustin E. Sigward, Advanced. Student of the Week, Student Senate, Virtual Business Retail First Place States, DECA District, DECA States, and Cooperative Education. I'm not going to send them back to a seat and make them walk all the way back up, but when I was making my list for what I was going to say about them, so I didn't embarrass them, okay, I had to cut it down kind of short, because I could say 1,000,001 things about the student. And what I'd like to say, well, I guess what I'd like to say, to keep it really short, is that he's just the best all-around student I've ever had.
Next is natural resources, Mr. Pete Lindey. That's me, and Mr. Blockman thought it was going to be him, but it's not. That's okay, buddy. After 25 years, you'll get it right. My students have the opportunity to earn OSHA 10 certification safety in agriculture, SP2 certification. Tyler Edward Egan Advanced. Jamie M. Jones Advanced. Allison L. Steedle, Student Senate. Also, I have Faculty Association Award. In my class, we go outside a lot. We work with different agencies. Lots of the trees downtown have been planted by my students. We work with the Game Commission doing habitat, Fish Commission, Conservation District. This student, you can find him often waist deep in water putting in fish structure. This winter, he taught. You know, we talk about us teaching. So he taught 40 adults chainsaw safety training. So for a student to be able to do that, it's pretty good. Every time I ask him to do something, yes sir. Leader of the class, 4 people following. Great student. Tyler. Next, Protective Services, Mr. Mark Hoffman.
Good morning. Being my first year at the tech center here, I made a rookie error there and failed to recognize that N came before P. So it's my turn now. I have several students over here. They had the opportunity this year to get several certifications in their trade. Protective Services covers police, law enforcement, corrections, probation and parole, EMS, fire, and Homeland Security. So we have a wide range of topics that we go over in our class. All these students have attained the certifications that were available to them, so I commend them for that. Pennsylvania State Fire Academy, Hazardous Material Awareness, American Heart Association, CPR, AED, and First Aid, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, Incident Command Structure 100, 200, 700, and 800. So they've all attained those. They've also fire extinguisher safety, and the District of Columbia firearm safety class. They've all attained those certifications. I would like to announce my graduates from my class for 2016. First being Cheyenne Angelo. Student Senate, Skills USA first place at districts, and Skills USA fourth place at states. Austin Daly. Ronald Harkless. It's Diana, but I'm going to call her Carolina, that she goes by, Carolina Hugas. Justin Hunter will not be with us this morning. Nicholas Lallman, advanced. Crystal Markley, Eric McMillan, Taylor Meadus, advanced. Jarrett Mung, advanced. Catherine Cat Ripple, advanced. Student of the Week, National Technical Honor Society. Dustin Rossman, advanced. Alex Sloss. Isaac Stokes. My class this year was filled with a bunch of leaders. They're going to go out into the world and be leaders too. So it was very difficult for this faculty award. Several of them stood out, as you can tell, the amount of kids I had that were advanced on their NACI scores. But looking over the qualifications, this young lady is going to EMT class on her own right now. It's a 200-hour certification class. She's enrolled at PTI for criminal justice in the fall, Cat Ripple. Also known as the Rippler.
Thanks, Mr. Buffett. Next is welding technology, Mr. Travis Creek.
Thank you, Mr. Lindey. My class has the opportunity to obtain the following certifications. All of them are OSHA 10 certified, which is a long process set behind the computer. The other ones available to them are forklift operator, AWS, American Welding Society D11, stick certification, AWS D11 Flux Core, ASME, American Society of Mechanical Engineers, Section 9. There's a pipe qualification, American API, American Petroleum Institute 1104, which is another pipe, cross-country pipe, the American Welding Society Weld Off, and Skills USA. Dylan Jeffrey Jolly, Advanced Cooperative Education. Ryan Matthew Levan, Advanced Cooperative Education. Matthew Tyler Maldonado, Advanced, Student of the Week, Student Senate President, Skills USA District, First Place, Skills USA State, Second Place, Cooperative Education, Pittsburgh District AWS Weld-Off Competitor, AWS Student Chapter Chairman. Evan M. Porter. Trevor Jonathan Sharp, Advanced, AWS Student Chapter member. Zachary Allen Shar, Advanced. He's actually only a 2-year student, so that's a huge accomplishment. Joshua Ryan Shook, Advanced, Cooperative Education, National Technical Honor Society. Jordan C. Thompson, Advanced, Cooperative Education, AWS Student Chapter Secretary. Trevor David Williams, Advanced, AWS Student Chapter. I think you guys all heard the long list of Matthew Maldonado. He's going to be our most outstanding. The problem is he never remembers paperwork, so I forgot his certificate. Sorry, Matt.
Thank you, Mr. Craig. Our cooperative education program, Mr. Martin Conti.
The award for outstanding student in the cooperative education program goes to Jordan Thompson.
Can we just get one more round of applause for the entire group and all the listeners? Next person I'd like to call up is our coordinator of student services, Ms. Sarah Campbell.
At this time, we're going to recognize students who have received List of Excellence recognition. In order to recognize students who do not do exemplary work at the Tech Center, a List of Excellence is named each 9-week grading period for all students who have achieved a percentage grade of A and have been absent less than 3 days in a 9-week period. This is a very clear sign of a student's interest, dedication, and capabilities of achievement. The following are exemplary students who have earned this acknowledgement every grading period during either 1, 2, or 3 years of attendance at the Venango Technology Center. As I call your name, please come forward to receive a letter of recognition, and we can hold our applause to the end and we'll congratulate them collectively at the end. Those receiving 1-year letter of recognition: Justin Alcorn. Machine Tool Technology, Franklin, grade 10. Next is Cheyenne Angelo. Protective Services from Franklin, grade 10. Alexander Brink, Computer-Aided Drafting and Design, Rocky Grove, grade 10. Tyler Egan, Natural Resources, Rocky Grove, grade 10. Stephen Kaler, Auto Body, Rocky Grove, grade 12. Ryan Levan, Welding, Rocky Grove, grade 12. Next is Nicole Malone. Nicole is in the automotive program. She received this in grade 12. She's from Oil City. Kaylin Rice, Cosmetology, Franklin, in grade 10. Alex Shipton, Electronic Technology, Franklin, grade 10. Michael Spaziani, Culinary Arts, Oil City, in grade 12. The following students will receive 2-year letter of recognition for earning the list of excellence in 2 school years. Ryan Ames in automotive, grades 11 and 12. Next up is Matthew Maldonado. Matt received this in grades 11 and 12. He's in the welding program from Oil City. Catherine Ripple in Protective Services. She is from Rocky Grove and received this award in grades 11 and 12. We have 2 students who received 3-year letters of recognition, meaning they earned the list of excellence every quarter that they were a student at Venango Technology. Alyssa Feldenberger, Cosmetology, and she's a Franklin student. The second student is Dustin Seaworth, Marketing, a Rocky Grove High School student. Let's give them a round of applause. The next set of recognitions will be for those students who maintain perfect attendance. Attendance is one of the key factors for success in school and on the job. The following students have demonstrated a strong commitment to their education at this school by earning perfect attendance for either a 1, 2, or 3-year period. We are extremely proud of them for this accomplishment. As I call your name, please come forward to receive your letter of recognition, and again, we'll hold our applause and collectively congratulate them at the end. Receiving 1-year letter of recognition will be Mark Attenborough from Allied Health Occupations. He's an Oil City student in grade 12. Alexander Brink, Computer-Aided Drafting and Design, Rocky Grove student in grade 12. He received this recognition. Alyssa Feltenberger, Cosmetology, Franklin student in grade 11. Dustin Seaworth, Marketing student in Rocky Grove. He received this award in grade 12. Alex Shipton, electronics student from Franklin in grade 10. Receiving 2-year letter of recognition would be Ryan Ames in the automotive technology program. He received this award in grades 11 and 12. Next is Tyler Egan in natural resources, a Rocky Grove student. He received this award in grades 10 and 11. Cole Perrin, Computer Information Systems, Rocky Grove, grades 10 and 11. And the last 2-year letter is for Kaylin Rice in cosmetology. Franklin High School student, she received this in grades 10 and 11. And we have one student from both the morning and the afternoon session who maintained perfect attendance throughout their whole time at Venango Technology. That student is Kaisha Metis in cosmetology. She's a Franklin High School student. Congratulations.
This time I'd like to recognize students that are enlisting in the military. I would ask that you hold applause until the end, and if you wouldn't mind coming up and standing at the front facing the group, I would appreciate it as I call your name. This list, these are the following students that have been enlisted in a branch of the Armed Forces as confirmed by their respective recruiters. United States Army, Justin Alcorn. William Fitzgerald, Justin Hunter. United States Marine Corps, Taylor Midas. And Navy, Jeremiah Young. Thank you, guys. Here to present the American Legion Award is Mr. Larry Bowers.
Good morning. To those students that are enlisting, when you achieve your basic training, the American Legion would be happy to have you as members, and will pay for your first year of membership. Post meets on the first and third Thursdays of the month. You're welcome to attend. Are there any veterans in the room? Please stand. Without you, we wouldn't have the freedoms we have today. Without all these teachers, we wouldn't be speaking it in English. Remember that. Each year, the James M. Henderson Post 32 of the American Legion awards a medical and certificate of achievement to the 2 most outstanding students in each of our local high schools. This award is given to the female and male graduating student that shows the 6 qualities of excellence in the American Legion criteria. Courage, spirit to stand up for what is right and to do one's duty, a quality of intellect and will. Honor, strength and stability of character, high standards of conduct, a keen sense of what is right, adherence to truth and conscience. Leadership, ability to lead and cooperate in accomplishing objectives through group action. Patriotism, evidence of unfailing love for country and loyalties to its institution and ideals. a desire to secure the blessings of liberty to maintain mankind and posterity. Scholarship, scholastic attainment, evidence of industry and application in study. Service, kindliness, unselfishness, fellowship, protection of the weak, and the welfare without others without thought of personal reward. This medal is not given by one person. This medal is given collectively by all your teachers and your fellow students. This year's recipient in the morning class is Blake McElhaney.
Thank you, Mr. Bowers. The next two awards are for the Odd Fellows Home of Western PA. The students selected for the School to Work Citizenship Award were nominated by teachers and counselors here at the VTC. The award indicates to all that this student has demonstrated the principles of friendship, love, and truth in their daily life. The School to Work Citizenship $500 award winner is Jordan Thompson, Franklin High School, Welding Technology. I'd ask you to stay here a second. Keep it from walking back and coming back up. The next recipient of the next Odd Fellows Board of Directors School to Work Memorial Award was selected as the top applicant for the whole region after the field was narrowed to just 3 students. This 2016 award winner, it's a $1,000 award, and again, is presented to Jordan Thompson, Franklin High School. Lunch is on Jordan today. Congratulations. The next award is the Kevin Lewis Memorial Scholarship. This is a special meeting to the staff and the students of the Venango Technology Center. This award was created in the memory of Kevin J. Lewis, who had just completed his first year as a protective services instructor here. Sadly, Kevin passed away last summer of pancreatic cancer. He was passionate about being able to prepare young people for a career in either police, fire, or EMS service. This $500 scholarship will be presented to a student who plans to serve in one of those fields. Here to present the award is Mrs. Jody Lewis, widow of Kevin.
I thought I could do this today. First, I'd like to say congratulations to all the students. You've left your footprint here, and I know that the faculty and the administration and your family are waiting to see where you leave your next footprint. Congratulations to the parents. In 2 short weeks, I will be sitting at where you are watching my baby graduate. And I know the work that you've put into this, and it's not always been easy, but it's so worth it. In 2014, my husband, Kevin Lewis, or Lewis, as I've heard in the hallways and classrooms here, was hired as the instructor for this program, for the Protective Services Program, a program that would be offered to students for the first time in September 2014. And he loved it. He loved the administration, he loved the instructors, but mostly he loved the opportunity to share with you, the students, his passion for serving this field. He immediately felt at home in this building with all of you, and you became part of our family. He talked nonstop about the program and the Technology Center, and he smiled when he spoke about each of you. In May of 2015, we, and I mean he and I, began to talk about the second year of this program. And it was he and I because I was invested in this class and in this school as much as he was. Unfortunately, life said otherwise. In July, we found out that Kevin had pancreatic cancer, and just 20 days later, it took his life. If I did nothing else and knew nothing else in those immediate days after passing, I knew that this scholarship was how his life of service would be honored. He always said, I live to serve, and though sometimes that meant taking me shopping when he didn't want to go shopping, it always meant to serve and protect his community. He continued to serve by sharing his knowledge with each of you, and he would want you to continue your lives with that attitude of service in all that you do. Before I introduce our scholarship winner, I would like to say thank you to the seniors in the Protective Services class. You have been amazing as young adults and have been there for me, and I don't think you all know it, just at the right time that I needed you. Today, it's my privilege to present the first Kevin J. Lewis Scholarship to a young lady through her actions and participation in the classroom, and her words in her essay demonstrated her passion to serve and protect. Congratulations to Catherine Cat Ripple. That young lady is you.
Thank you, Mrs. Lewis. The Electro-Geo Carlson Incorporated 2016 essay competition. Seniors from Venango County high schools were invited to participate in an essay contest on the topic of loyalty and its role in today's society. The first runner-up award is presented to the following student. Dustin Sigworth, Rocky Road High School, Marketing. Here to present the Fertig's United Methodist Charge Garden of Hope Award is Reverend Calvin Cook. This is the second time scholarship is given to an exceptional natural resources student that exhibits character traits such as honesty, integrity, and leadership. Please welcome Reverend Calvin Cook.
Good morning. It's good to be here with you and to celebrate with you seniors your graduation and the hard work that you have put in for many years, and also recognize your parents for the hard work they have put in for many years in helping you achieve this graduation today. I would just like to mention one thing. We find a real prescription, I guess, for success in the words of Scripture. And I particularly think of the scripture that is found in the New Testament in the 4th chapter of Philippians, where the Apostle Paul tells the early church to not focus on those things which promote evil or debauchery or bad things, but to instead focus on those things that are honorable and trustworthy and praiseworthy. And the greatest advice that I can give all of you at any age is to quit looking at all of the problems and quit focusing your attention on those problems, but instead focus on goodness and kindness and acts of mercy and kindness. And as you do that, you will find success not only in life, but in a relationship with God and in following Jesus Christ as your Savior. This award is given by the people of the Fertig's United Methodist Charge, which is made up of the churches of Ashland, Fertig's, Pine City, and Ralphsville. It is called our Garden of Hope Award. About 4 years ago, we started a community garden in order that we could provide fresh produce to area food pantries, soup kitchens, and individuals who are in need. And now in its 4th year, this garden has stretched to reach people from Erie to Pittsburgh and help out with the supply of fresh produce. We have been blessed by the Natural Resources Greenhouse the last 4 years, as all of the plants that are planted in our garden are coming from the greenhouse. So in some way, you who are students who have helped in that greenhouse are giving back to the community and providing and focusing on acts of mercy and helping with a feeding situation that we're facing in this country today. We are very pleased to be able to present this award this morning to Jamie Jones. Jamie.
Thank you, Reverend Cook. Our final award here this morning is the Albright Memorial Achievement Award. Before I go through the reading of this, if any of you that won awards, if once the ceremony is over, if you would just come up to the stage so that we can get pictures for the paper, I'd appreciate it. This award is given to the senior student who has progressed the greatest distance in attitudinal and skill development during their enrollment here at the Venango Technology Center. Instructors nominate students based on the following criteria: being trustworthy, responsible, ambitious, mature, neat, safety, conscious. This student receives a framed certificate, an engraved watch, and their name is placed on a permanent plaque that is displayed in our display case outside of these doors. This year's award winner goes to Matt Maldonado. One last final piece of recognition before I ask the seniors to stand and face you. This place, as Dr. Carrico alluded to at the very beginning, we couldn't operate here without the help and support of our sending schools. So I would just like to recognize some of the administrators and teachers that are here today from our sending schools. From Franklin, we have Dr. Dye and Mr. Canfora. So thank you. We also have Mrs. Williams. We have Mrs. Winslow, Mrs. Coward. Thank you. In Wall City, we have Mr. Gavin and Dr. Weller. Sorry, and Mr. Burkett. And from Northern Grove, we have Mr. Clark, Mr. Laverty, Mrs. Batesall, and Mrs. Vogan. If I overlooked anybody, I sincerely apologize. Okay. Now I'd like to present to you the 2016 graduates of the Venango Technology Center. Seniors, if you could please rise and face your parents. Thank you very much for attending. This concludes our ceremony. Again, if the seniors that won awards could please come to the stage area, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Well done, Lindey.
Strawberries, I'll watch them.
I'll be back here. Get some pictures in his classroom first. Okay.